would you take right now, today, Anthony Richardson or Shedeur Sanders?
I'm taking Shedeur Sanders.
Taking Shedeur Sanders 10 times out of 10. Let's talk about Anthony Richardson because I saw a little bit of a debate for football fans on X/Twitter that the play that happened, Anthony Richardson, a free rusher comes in, hits him, great hit, he gets injured, he's out of the game. Fans saying that, oh, it's the tight end's fault, it's the running back's fault, it's the right tackle's fault for him not blocking. Then you had this wave of actual players, NFL analysts saying, this is how it's supposed to be played. This is a hot read. You're going to get a free rusher. You're blocking 5. They're bringing 6. And it's his job, which Chase Daniel was like adamant about this, that this is a day one install, that you were supposed to read this and dump the ball off to the running back or the tight end in the flat. And Anthony Richardson did not even turn that direction. And then after the game, he's saying, oh yeah, no, it's difficult. His answer was terrible. He's like, yeah, it's a tough spot. That's a difficult thing. If that's difficult, that a day one read is difficult for you, Daniel Jones, you're now our starting quarterback.
Yeah, no, I think the QB competition is over with the Indianapolis Colts. Realistically, it's his job. It's Daniel Jones' job moving forward. I think the Anthony Richardson era is over. That was it. It was done. Cup of coffee. We're out of here. You can't read a basic defense, and it's 100% right. All the players are right. All the Twitter GMs are wrong, or the Twitter coaches are wrong. Realistically, he should have seen the blitz coming. It was actually pretty visible when you look at the breakdown, and he doesn't even look that way. He doesn't even acknowledge that there's a blitz coming, and then he gets hurt. And he could have been hurt a lot worse. He has to thank his, lucky stars that he ended up, it's only a finger. It could have been something way worse. Ask Tua Tagovailoa. But you think about, if he can't read this, and this is preseason week 1, they're not throwing out crazy exotic blitzes. They're not doing let's throw the kitchen sink at
basic NFL read.
Yeah, because they don't want to show, defenses are not trying to show you all the things that they were working on in the offseason in week 1 of preseason. They are throwing out just basic, peanut butter and jelly. You know what I mean? To quote Coach JB, it's just peanut butter and jelly. And if you can't read peanut butter and jelly, then you don't deserve to be a starting level NFL quarterback. You don't deserve to be in there. And so, yeah, I think because he's going to be out the majority of the preseason, it is Daniel Jones' job. And I don't think that we're ever going to see him win that job back. Unless Daniel Jones gets hurt, I think that it's going to be the Daniel Jones show the entire year in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and then even, too, looking at how Riley Leonard played, I know he had a bad interception. He didn't have really anything downfield, but he was pretty solid there. I'd feel comfortable with him as my backup. But Anthony Richardson, it comes into question, again, the work ethic. Are you studying your playbook? Are you watching film? Because clearly you didn't understand the basics of this game plan. And then you just add it all together, you bundle it with he wasn't in shape in season. He's pulling himself out in the red zone. He's barely coming out saying, oh, I had to get serious about my diet. I had to cut out candy. Like, this guy is supposed to be the leader of your team, and he showed time and time again that he's not taking it serious. And he honestly hasn't been a high production, high level quarterback ever going back to high school. So I think the coaching staff, clearly, I think internally they wouldn't admit it right now, but they're probably internally thinking, he's done. There's no way he's ever going to be our guy. And now the rest of the world is kind of catching up to that, knowing, yes, he can throw the ball 80, 90 yards and it looks amazing, but he's never going to be able to make the simple throws and be a functioning, solid starting quarterback in this league.
No, honestly, I was out on Anthony Richardson. You can go back and check the tapes after his rookie season, and the comments that kind of threw me off, where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this guy, where they asked him, hey, what is harder, college or the NFL? And he was like, college is way harder. College is so much harder than the NFL. And it's like, you're coming off a rookie season where you weren't even that great. Like, what do you mean? It's not like you went out there and you were Jaden Daniels. It's not like you had this high level of production and you were amazing and you were awesome. You were just kind of whatever. And now you think that you're hot shit and that you're out there like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be a playmaker AR, baby. You're not. And you weren't good. You should have just been in there like, yeah, you know what? The NFL is harder, but it's all a mindset thing. I just don't know if he was ready. I don't know. Drafting on potential Josh Allen is the outlier. Josh Allen skewed what NFL GMs and coaches think when it comes to drafting a quarterback. Everyone thinks that they can get the guy that is all traits and no production. And when you look at it, that is the outlier. That is not the rule to follow moving forward. We need to start moving away from these guys that haven't proven anything or proved something for 1 year. And we need to start going back to, okay, what is their body of work? What have they shown us they can do as a quarterback? And then move from there.
Yeah, I wasn't a believer because when people were like oohing and awing about the 80-yard touchdown, the 70-yard touchdown, I was just thinking, yeah, but if you take that 1 or 2 play away from that game, he was awful. And if you watch him, he was pretty awful. And it just wasn't there. He wasn't putting together. And the Colts should be competing to win this division. They have a pretty solid roster. They have a good coach. It's the quarterback position that they haven't gotten right. And when they brought in Daniel Jones, I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin, where you're relying on this guy who Giants fans have hated for 6 years to come in and be your savior of your team. I mean, hopefully Daniel Jones turns it around. I'm not trying to, this is not Daniel Jones slander, but there's no way that your top pick should be competing with a Daniel Jones. And so for that reason, I'm out.